The Biden administration is backing down from former President Trump's attempts to ban the popular app TikTok, saying the Commerce Department is reviewing whether claims about the app's threat to national security are justified. Meanwhile, the Wall Street Journal reports the Biden administration has put the proposed sale of TikTok on hold. Joining us tonight to talk about this is Bobby Allen. He's a reporter with NPR in San Francisco, where he covers technology and how Silicon Valley's largest companies are transforming how we live. He was also a reporter at WHYY Radio. Bobby, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Former President Donald Trump focused on TikTok for quite some time, wanting it to be sold and out of Chinese hands. What does this delay mean for, first, the users of TikTok, and secondly, for the chances this app will face a ban once again in the States?
For users of TikTok, there's going to be really no change. This pressure that really started under the Trump administration, it was an effort to try to sever TikTok's ties from ByteDance, which is this Beijing-based company which owns TikTok. The primary concern was that the Chinese authoritarian government could be using TikTok, which has 100 million users in the U.S., to spy on Americans. So there was pressure put on the app. Oracle, which is a software company here in Silicon Valley, and Walmart came together. They were the lead bidder to try to take it over so U.S. investors would be owning TikTok. And now that deal has fallen apart. For users, there's really going to be no change in terms of will TikTok be again banned. The White House has told me that they're not interested in singling out a single app such as TikTok. Instead, they're doing sort of a holistic view of Chinese tech more broadly, a sort of comprehensive look at security and privacy concerns that Chinese tech poses to Americans' data.
You mentioned something interesting. Let's go a little bit deeper in that. TikTok has continued to thrive here in the United States for the past few months. Do you think with the new president, President Biden, in office, that maybe ByteDance, that parent company, is hoping to hold on to the app and therefore not sell it to the two businesses you were just speaking of?
Yeah, I think that's so. Right when the pressure started coming down on TikTok, the Chinese government said, look, this is the only app we have created that has hit international success. It has 100 million users, like I said, in the U.S. We are its biggest market. And for China, it's the darling of ByteDance. ByteDance is a tech behemoth, and having this much penetration in the U.S. is just really, really huge for the app. But, the concerns are, national security experts tell me the concerns are real, that the Chinese government could theoretically use the app to somehow sort of breach the security of Americans. Now, the Trump administration never has been able to offer sort of concrete evidence that that is indeed happening. It has been theoretical. But yes, to answer your question, I think ByteDance sees Biden sort of pulling the pressure off TikTok as a real bullet dodged. They're breathing a sigh of relief, and they're hoping that they can hold on to both the app and the underlying technology. The TikTok algorithm is the envy of Silicon Valley. I mean, Facebook, Twitter, all of the tech giants here wish that they had the secret sauce that is the TikTok algorithm that has been key to its success.
I want to talk about Oracle and Walmart for a moment. What are those companies looking to gain if they are able to secure TikTok?
For Walmart, it's pretty obvious. It would be a huge e-commerce boost. I mean, being able to reach mostly young consumers who spend hours and hours a day making dance videos, doing lip syncs, doing sea shanty songs, whatever they're doing on TikTok, and to be able to use, all of that attention in this attention economy to direct that to Walmart sales would be huge. For Oracle, which has a pretty sizable cloud computing business, this would be an enormous sort of shot in the arm to their bottom line. But again, both Walmart and Oracle are seeing this deal falling apart and saying, I don't think Biden is interested in banning the app the same way that Trump was. So maybe this deal is going to remain sort of a pipe dream and it's not going to come to fruition. But again, it's really worth underlining that the Biden administration still sees some real concerns with TikTok. But again, instead of trying to put them out of business, to blacklist them in the United States, they're going to look at TikTok as part of sort of a broader, comprehensive view of how Americans are using all sorts of Chinese tech apps.
All right. We appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much, Bobby. Obviously, I think TikTok's not going anywhere, whether it's running in China or here in the United States. Thanks, Bobby.
You got it. Take care.